if you've done the carnivore diet for a significant amount of time, but your body is plateauing, especially in the weight loss arena. And then I want to talk about how people got triggered on my last video. If your blood sugar is running high over time on carnivore, that means your insulin is not doing its job. And that is because your body's probably going into gluconeogenesis more often than it should because of a cortisol response due to not having enough glycogen storages within the muscle. Liver glycogen and available blood sugar is not enough to stabilize your body. And that is why a person who's done carnivore for 7 freaking years started to develop problems. And you may not see problems within the first year or the second year or the 5th year. And this is what happened to a lot of vegans. They wouldn't see any problems, and so they would promote it and do videos and so forth and so on. Give it time. 7 years, blood sugar spiking and heart palpitations, that's not a good sign. Heart palpitations means not balancing the potassium. The electrolytes are tanking. The gut wall might be getting weaker and the blood sugar getting high. You're not in ketosis at all. You're not. And it's not about just the blood sugar. It's the ketones and how you feel. Blood sugar dysregulation because your body's trying to use proteins as energy. Converting protein into glucose, either protein that you eat or from the body, which will tank your ketones and put stress on your hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal, and thyroid axis. And that's why after 7 years, carnivore is not looking good on you. But let's continue. Welcome everyone to the triggered world of Stephanie and the carnivore diet criticisms. Now I did a video kind of breaking down the issues, which I've already done a million times, but I think I got a lot of people who are carnivore zealots and freaked out when I start listing all the problems with the carnivore diet. And it's so funny how everyone's like, nonsense, I feel amazing. I feel amazing. But they don't actually challenge any of the key points in what I'm saying. For example, your electrolytes. I mean, fact, you are peeing more often. People don't know how to balance their electrolyte minerals because they think they can eat meat and salt and be fine, because they think they're going to get enough minerals through the salt, but shit don't. I get my information from people. I actually had a podcast going for a while interviewing all the problems people were having with the carnivore diet, but I got busy with life and moving and horses and building a house. Otherwise, I would have kept up with that podcast. But what happens if you've done carnivore for a significant amount of time? You still can't lose the weight, your gut feels better, your foods are very limited, and now you've developed heart palpitations. Let's go and trigger some people some more. If people who are carnivore zealots actually go through the old videos or the comment section, you'll see that people are actually struggling. And the problem is people are using themselves. Many individuals may not even realize that they're dehydrated. They don't understand, let's say, their glomerular filtration rate, their kidney function. They may not understand if they're in ketosis or not, or if their adrenals are starting to take over because they're trying to use protein for energy, because you can't get adequate protein energy from protein. It's either carbs or ketones. If your protein's too high, you cannot get in ketosis. If you cannot get in ketosis, over time, your adrenals are getting their butt kicked. They are. your body has to release cortisol. And when the body's constantly releasing cortisol out of its rhythm, then cortisol production goes down during the day, which is why so many people did carnivore with coffee. And then their cortisol inverts at night, because that's when they actually get the production up. But it goes against the circadian rhythm. It is irrefutable that you lose a lot of water on a carnivore diet. You do. You become dehydrated very quickly because you're not using any carbon molecule bound to water to hydrate the cells. And if you're not taking in any potassium, supplemental potassium, then you lose potassium, magnesium, and dare I say, sodium, especially if you drink too much water or have stress. The individual person who's had the leaky gut or the inflammation, they can't eat plants, I get it. You might even do carnivore for a year and like, oh my God, it's amazing. But just like the vegan diet, over time, people start having problems. Your body has a difficulty in balancing its electrolyte minerals. And I mean, that's why that comment of a woman saying I'm developing heart palpitations, that's what you see over time. Or not, the carnivore culty individuals, the zealots, people are actually struggling. Go and look at my podcast. Lots of people struggling on a carnivore diet. I do consultations almost daily. People are struggling on a carnivore diet. You don't think you're struggling. Hercules for you, but you are not the masses. People come to me because they are not getting the information to go over why their hair is falling out or why they've developed heart palpitations and their weight loss has stalled. They have no clue. And the carnivore zealots in my comment section, they don't have an answer for those people either. They don't. A lot of people have discovered carnivore just like a ketogenic diet. And I mean, it is history repeating itself. You get the same comments, the same attitude, the same everything. Where's keto now? Keto's gone underground and carnivore is the shining star. Give it time. I've done carnivore for a year and I feel amazing. Well, people say that about the vegan diet as well. This is sort of a part 2 to the part 1. You cannot get glycogen storage from protein. You cannot. And fiber, prebiotic fiber, it ferments and it turns into short chain fatty acids that help heal the gut. So when you don't eat it, you don't have that affectation. You don't have that reaction. And as much as you want to fight me, you're not fighting me. You're just like, I'm doing fabulous, so amazing. And that's all you guys have. You'll get nonsense or BS. I am 57 going on 58. I will delete and block your ass so fast if you do not come with anything besides nonsense. I don't have time for that. I'm too old for that. I'm not going to debate nobody. People who follow me that enjoy what I'm teaching, awesome. For those who do disagree, there are a plethora of people that you can follow, that you can get your information from. I ain't your girl. I'm not. Will find me. Or the right people will find other individuals who share things on or influence people on the internet. Always question everything and everyone, including me. Question. And you don't have to believe me. I don't really care. But barfing out like nonsense shows that if you're confident, you just mosey on. You don't care about commenting on my channel. You don't care. Like, you're unbothered. But when you're bothered and you got to comment, maybe what I'm saying is triggering you. And life is so weird because when people say things on other channels that I disagree with or think that are wrong, I don't challenge them because I don't care. I just go, I don't agree. And that's it. So, y'all freaking out in my comment section? Bye, Felicia. Because I'm too old for that. Too old, don't care. Ain't debating no one. Discussions all day. Debate, hell no. Because my ass is not weak. I'm not. I'm like a Mack truck. And I mean, who wants to be a Mack truck? Why? For what purpose is that going to gain anyone? Except for, like, influencer fighting online. I don't care. I care about life, love, people being healthy, and the most important thing for me is that people see what those DICKS, those jerks, are doing to our planet. And you want to cry like a little biatch in my comment section? No. Bye, delete, gone. Because we have to be concerned about our water, our air, children, how should I say this? The chess game that is played with our lives. And you want to whine like a little baby in my comment section? No. Too old. Too old. The right people will resonate with what I'm saying. And the people that think I'm full of shite, there are plenty of people that you can follow that will tell you exactly what you want to hear. I'm just not your girl. And I'm an acquired liking. Either like me or you don't. But I'm not in the gray. If you find yourself having heart palpitations over time, that means that you are losing the ability to absorb your electrolyte minerals, particularly potassium. And you can even go get a blood test. And, the potassium is normal. But our minerals change by the hour. So a lot of these tests are subjective. You can feel if you're having facial twitching or nausea, diarrhea, that's not associated with a gallbladder. Day cramps, these heart palpitation. These are typically symptoms of potassium deficiency. Balancing your electrolytes is very difficult once you cut out the carbs, because carbs make you hold on to water and minerals within the cell. And not a single person has not been immune from this mineral debacle doing a carnivore diet. No one has. And if they say that they haven't, they're lying. Because ain't nobody superhuman. No one is. If you're having heart palpitations, you might not be healing that gut, or you just are not getting enough potassium. I did not have a single muscle cramp on a ketogenic diet for 5 years, so I could promote the hell out of it and be like, it's the most amazing. And I did. I was like, energy! I didn't understand histamine intolerance to foods. I didn't understand the gallbladder, and I definitely didn't understand the power of, or that punch to the body when you cannot balance your electrolyte minerals, because I was fine for years. And other people did not understand their minerals tanking. They would get muscle cramps, but often people don't make that association. So after some time and years had gone by, then I was like, oh snap, I'm having problems. And all these people are having problems because I've coached over 10,000 people. You can't fight that. The triggered people in my comment section. I don't think you've coached 10,000. I don't think you've coached anyone. I think you've followed people and believe wholeheartedly in what they say. Everyone should do their due diligence. Don't trust anyone. Take snapshots and nuggets of what other people say and put it to the test. And I don't mean just yourself. I mean with the barrage of people. YouTube and social media makes you dance, monkey dance. Because if you do not get clickbait thumbnails and titles, They don't share your content. If you don't believe me, why did you just find me now? Because I just refuse to have sponsors and monetize my videos and put clickbait titles. And I got buried in the YouTube algorithm. It wasn't until I started doing all that tomfoolery that your stuff gets shared. It just is what it is. It's the nature of the beast, which is why I care more about bigger things than just these carnivore and keto diets alone, which is why I coach all three, which is why I talk about life, so much about life and how to make that change and how to wake up to what's happening to our world. That, Carnivore Zealots, is more important. And I'm out. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. I rescued a bunch of equines. I got to go outside and take care of them right now. And if you need help and you feel like you can trust what I'm saying, if you feel like you trust me, cool. If you don't, cool. But if you do, you can go to stephanieperson.com and book a consultation or join my course group where I cover all three diets. Not just one. Not just carnivore, tunnel, carnivore. No. Because not everybody can handle carnivore. A lot of people have gallbladder issues, hypoglycemia, and thyroid. What about that, zealots? What about the histamine to the meats? And I'm out. Peace. Or B12, high iron, bunch of stuff.